Hey there guys, what is up? My name is Leo and you're watching the Argentleo's gaming channel. Today I decided to doodle and I decided to make a 3D model vehicle in Paint 3D, and I thought, okay, I'll post it, I'll show you guys how to do it, and this is my video. So basically you open Paint 3D. I made a geometric modeling of the vehicle that I was going to create. I'm actually speeding up the video. It's like threefold as to how long it took me to do this. It took me like an hour, and then I threefold the video, and it's basically 15 minutes long, and I did take my time doing it, but it was quite interesting because I was able to create a 3D model. You can actually rotate the model. You can basically look at it from all sides. It's interesting what you can do in Paint 3D. I started out with a flat sketch of what I was planning on doing. I used the shaping tools to basically outline the model, and then I used the 3D modeling tools and I created a sort of a cutout of the model. I didn't I actually went through the lines of the wheels because I wanted the wheels to be separated so that when you flip the model over, the wheels are on the ends of the model and not like a tube underneath. That's quite untidy, and yeah, it came out quite nice. While creating this model, I actually got the idea that you can actually create quite interesting models in Paint 3D. It's a basic modeling program, but it has great potential. I've seen some videos with the creators of Paint 3D, and they create some nice stuff. It's just a pity that the recording feature on Paint 3D is so complicated to use. I've created some characters that I've used in some small sketches that I've made using Paint 3D and then editing in different software, using the characters in a stop motion format and actually creating a video doing that. It's such a pity that it doesn't have onion skin features and more complex video features. I would love to create a cartoon video just using Paint 3D, but unfortunately those features are just not in Paint 3D at the moment. Once the basic shape of the vehicle was created, I was then able to use the geometric shapes to actually draw the outlines of the vehicle's doors, windows, lights, bumpers directly onto the model, as I'm doing now. Paint 3D does have a rewind feature, so if you do make errors on the model with the outlines, you can always just rewind. There are some times where you do want to maybe use the eraser if you don't want to have to redo what you've done. You can also stretch the model, as I've done over here, and this I've done so that I could then put the window on the back, so you can actually use the geometric shapes to outline the windows, and then you can paint them later. You can also tilt the model just so that you can try and get those shapes in the correct place. You can use the spillover that the shapes create. As you can see, the spillover over there, and I'm actually using the spillover to then align the geometric shapes in the correct place. That helps a lot. not only do you have geometric shapes, but you've also got a feature to use filled in geometric shapes, like I've done with the bumpers. You can do them in various colors. I've then used the paint bucket tool to then fill in the other geometric shapes. I've used red on the lights, and I've used the darker blue to basically create the windows. I've done that to color in the back of the vehicle, the brake lights and the back window. I then moved to the front of the vehicle, where I put in the front lights and the front window. As you can see, I used the spillover just for the correct placement, and like I was saying, that does help a lot. So I'm not complaining about the spillover. The spillover can actually work to your advantage when creating models in Paint 3D. If you have an issue with that I had with the modeling tools, starting to create a shape, and then you decide, okay, you don't want to do that, you can just press the escape button, and then that cancels that feature that you were using. I did try to actually copy and paste the other side of the vehicle onto the opposite side, and unfortunately there is a way you can do it. You can maybe copy the vehicle and then pull the model directly through each other, and then to stick out on the other side. You could do that, but then you're actually creating a completely an additional model that you're then fusing together, and then you can use the feature sorry about that. You can use the feature to then group the models, and that will actually affix the models to one another, but that will use a lot of resources on your computer, and if you can avoid doing that, that would be a good idea. If you've got a very fast computer with lots of memory, you could get away with it, but unfortunately I can't. My computer's not that advanced. Well, the specs on my PC are not that good. Well, my laptop are not that good. So unfortunately, when you do color in the first time, you do get the sort of shadow. I was actually going to use the shadow as shading on the vehicle, but then I looked at it and I thought, no, it wasn't a good idea. So I will show you shortly how to actually remove that shading. It's actually a simple process. You're basically just going to use the paint bucket, and you're going to fill in the shading with the colors of your choosing. Moving to the wheels, creating the wheels, it's a simple process. You basically or coloring in the wheels is a simple process. You're going to use the 2D shapes, and you're basically going to make the outlines of the tires and the rims, and then you're just going to use the paint bucket tool just to fill in those colors of your choosing. Quite an easy process. And then you'll just duplicate the wheels. Try not to move them out of alignment, because then you're going to have trouble realigning them. So you're going to basically select both of them and pull them through the model. Try not to move the model around too much, because then you're going to have alignment issues. There's a flip option. You can use the flip option to turn the vehicle around. You can group the two wheels first and then flip the vehicle. I took the long way around by actually grouping and then just flipping the vehicle over. And what happened because I did that was I got the vehicle a little bit lopsided. So I ungrouped, well actually first I deleted the drawing because I don't need the sketch anymore. Then I ungrouped the vehicle, and then I just aligned it properly, and then I regrouped the wheels and pulled them in closer, and then I regrouped the wheels to the vehicle, and that fixed the issue. So right now the model is basically complete, and all I need to do is just do some painting and a little bit of cleanup on the model. You can make it a little bit more complex. You can add some more cutouts. You can actually create you know, quite a realistic model in Paint 3D if you've got the time. But I created this video just to show you the basics of what is possible, and so I created just the cartoon style vehicle. Okay, so once you're at this point in your model, basically it's clean up and correcting any errors that could have occurred when you were basically aligning your geometric shapes to color in. As you can see, from the one side of the vehicle to the other, I didn't align the side windscreen properly, so I'm going to use the geometric shapes with fill in to avoid, you know, having to use the paint bucket tool, and you know, you just do it in one go, so it's a lot quicker if you do it this way. But unfortunately the door is a little bit too close, so I'm going to need to correct the door as well. So I will use the geometric shape with fill in feature activated, and just align it over the existing door. What I did with the panel there, because I still had the panel active, I just pressed escape and it cancelled that panel. Then I used a more rigid square shape to create that line through the door. And over here I use the eraser with a color active on the eraser, but then I decided to switch to the pen, because the pen you can actually, like I drew in orange to break the lines there, and that just avoided me having to color in that that panel again. And then I just used the paint bucket tool over the remaining line that was there, just to color it in. That worked out great. And then I went back and I just basically pasted over a filled in geometric shape to correct the side of the windscreen. After that, it's just more clean up. Use the marking pen to break that that line in blue, and then did the same at the bottom, and then use the paint bucket tool just to color in that black line. And yeah, there you have it, model complete. You can, maybe it's a good idea to change the canvas color just so that the model is more visible. If your model is too close to the canvas, you can just select the model and actually pull it forward. So that is how you create a 3D car in Paint 3D. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please do like, subscribe if you like the video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye bye for now.